my tongue is so numb. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is now lager time. I hope I pronounced it right. Lager time. We're going to make it an official thing. Me and some other guy in the UK drinking lager and having vlogs. Otherwise known as Talking D&D or This Is Me Drunk. Lager time. This is actually my fourth Two Women. It's a brand from New Glarus, and it's beer. It's beer. I do have to say it's a little spicy. Feels that way. Curious to know how a friend of mine finds it tastes, because I honestly can't taste anything different or peculiar with any of the brand that New Glarus makes. Spotted Cow, beer. That Nut Thing, beer. Road Slush, a little different but beer. Two Women. It's a nice title. And it's kind of funny to say I'm drinking two women, but it's beer. And Talking D&D. What makes this a Talking D&D? Well, today was a pretty bad day in terms of D&D sessions and all that. The session got a little slowed down, rather, if you will, because a certain player was not so keen on what was going down. Now, I can understand the frustration with him, and a lot of the other players, because not a lot is really getting done in the sessions. It doesn't feel like that. We're getting bogged down by steps and steps and steps. It's not really the fact that it's the game that's not interesting. I think a lot of people are just interested in getting it done and moving on to something else. You see, this game has been going on for 3 years. It's been my first campaign, my attempt to just make storytelling happen and have a game, and the execution of it is not that good. A lot of it is just impromptu, sandbox, random, meh. And oh, a little drunk. And I can understand the frustration, because most specifically, I have neglected and basically forbidden supplement books. And all these people are saying, we want to play supplement. We want new things to play and enjoy. And they've been looking at supplements since 3 years ago when I started this game. And I basically told them, you can't have any of that. Because really, I wanted the game to be about me learning the game. In which case, it should have been a lot shorter than it has been. Level 1 to 20, though, I forced myself to do it to make it happen, to understand the rules, and nah. And now I think I can make a campaign happen. Now I just gotta finish the damn campaign. But again, I'm a little drunk. I apologize. Why they're kind of frustrated at this point. After this game, we all intended to have another player start their own campaign and their idea. Right? And we talked about starting this campaign all the way back in April, because we thought we were getting the game done. We were making things happen and all that. And I thought I was going to finish the game in June or July. It's now September. No end in sight as far as the players can see. Now, I as a DM, I know, and I basically told them at the end of the session, I'm done writing NPCs for them to face. If there's an NPC to face that I conceivably see they could effectively meet, sure, I'll write it up real quick, but officially, I'm done writing NPCs and staffs for them to work with and all that. It's really all about the steps of finishing the campaign, and the steps is what making it bother, because the process of going through everything else that they gotta go through is tedious and busy work, and they really just want to play a new game. It really feels like that. But at the same time, they want to make their investment, their time of making and building the story. Whoa. They want to make their time of making and building the story I have been doing with them good and decent. That is a hard thing to do. Because I've long ago come to the conclusion that every player needs to throw their expectations out the window in terms of getting what they want, in regards to goals and all that. Now, I don't mean that a player should not feel obligated to seek out their passions, and the DM has to give them their passions to make them feel worthwhile and all that. I mean in the sense of what you expect the game to be, the ending you should get, or how your dreams will turn out in general will never be the reality. I think it's more along the lines of, okay, I plan battle encounters and puzzles that I usually think are amazing and fun. And when I actually play them out, battle-wise or step-wise or puzzle-wise, I usually find out that they don't work, that I don't enjoy them, and especially the players don't enjoy them. You know what I mean? So expectations of how things should, you think it should be, but in reality, bridging that gap and coming to understanding of what that is something that's got to work, you know? And my players, I really wonder if they really will appreciate what they're going to get. My bro, who is a fella that's really concerned and frustrated with how things are going, I wonder at times if he's frustrated about the game itself, or he's just frustrated about the game that we're playing, you know? Or how it's played, if all else. Because I'll beat myself down to hell for all things first, you know? That's one thing that I will always say. I will always beat down myself and question everything I do to the tiniest detail before, like, looking at, like, the last thing, which would be what we're working with, you know? And I really wonder if it's the game itself that is frustrating him at times, because I've seen him get frustrated with puzzles. I've seen him get frustrated with battles, because they take time and having, there are their own tedious things and all that. And regardless of how much busy work you put into it to make it happen, it can be bothersome. But I don't want to be the guy. I understand he wants to get it going. He wants to see something new. I want to see something new. Because I've been playing this game for a while, and I want to get it done. I want to get it over with. But not to the point that I don't want to legitimately not let the play out as it should, you know? And I'm willing to make modifications as necessary to make things happen, but not necessarily to the point that I just say, oh, fuck it, it's over. You know? You gotta try to make it enjoyable, and I really wonder if I can make it enjoyable for the rest. Best I can hope for is that, hey, it's over, guys, but look forward to what you guys can do. Everything that you wanted to do, you can now do in this other game, or this new game that I will eventually make, because I'm going to open up everything at some point. But one of my worries about that is when that happens, will they just be over it completely? It's possible. You know, I really hope some concept and idea was brought into this. Being drunk and trying to talk and make a cohesive thought and statement can be difficult. Especially when there's your fourth beer on top of 2 shots of Captain Morgan. Thanks, bro. 2 women. I'd be fine with 1 woman. Cuddles. Yeah. I guess with 2 women there'd be more cuddles and warmth. But 1's fine enough. But 2 women's good too, I suppose. The beer, not so much. It's just beer. Lager time! Yeah, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Learn acceptance. Your hopes and dreams will never be up to the reality. And if your expectations are low for the game, yeah, you'll never be disappointed. And I know that's a horrible thing to work with and all that. But, really, you're just playing a game. Guys try to be entertaining, make it interesting to the story. Work with it, you know? God, this is horrible gaming advice. Talking D&D, drunk. And I've yet to play gaming drunk. It'll happen at some point. I'll bring up a gaming module. Maybe Temple of the, Temple of Doom. Not Temple of Doom. Tomb of Horrors. Maybe I'll do a Tomb of Horrors adventure, and we all get drunk, and we all get pissed at each other at what's happening on the gaming screen. That'd be kind of hilarious, and all that. I wouldn't mind that. The Killer Dungeon. The Killer Dungeon. All guys drunk as hell, with like 5 character backups. Ugh. This tastes horrible. What I can say about D&D, the long-form campaign where you're just spending years, it can be very taxing to try to keep a story going and remember all the details. And I remember all the details pretty much. Just this last session, I brought up an NPC that they haven't heard about or spoken of for 2 years. Fun. It can be taxing trying to remember all this, to try to make a cohesive story when it all seems random. And it is really random. All these stories are happening at once. It makes sense to me. And if only because, you know, I built it from the ground up. And it is crappy, I'm going to admit, but belch, please belch. My stomach. I'm much more keen on the idea of building adventures around single things, single modules, or a series of adventures around a single topic, if you will. That's much more fun to me now. I like that idea. Have an adventure happen, have another adventure take place years later, building upon things that the players have done. That's good to me. That makes sense. Because I don't really like the long-form campaign anymore. Having people come together, build things up like that, it can be rough. Just quick summaries between adventures to make things happen feels a lot better. It makes more sense. Having things play out step by step by step by step, horrendous. And it's played stress on me, it's played stress on everyone in my group. So I'm going to look forward to the new games that I make. And I'm sure that's going to be the case for everyone else, because playing out as they have been, it's been stressful. To those fellas that have played through my game thus far, I thank you. I hope you have enjoyed the good moments, burdened the stressful moments and the tedious ones, to the point that you can say, that was an interesting story. Or for the very least, you learned something. You've given a lot of good time. To me, to dedication for things that don't exist, for your own amusement. And if you've had moments where you were amused, decent. And I hope, should I run of the game, I'd have you back at my table. Because I got ideas, I got thoughts. I don't know if you'll enjoy them, but I'd like to present them. And I'd like to hear your ideas. And work with that. Much better than I have been in the past. 'Cause damn, this game. I shall finish it. It shall be done in some fashion or another. Last of the lager. And just so we know, it is official. It says lager on the side. Woo, lager! Lager. 2 delicious women. Or 4 delicious 2 womens that I... Done! Too drunk for this. Let's finish out our night. Plenty of work and editing to do. Belly fat.